Hello, hello. Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome to today's pre-market analysis. So let's quickly start with our. We are kind of little bit late today, so we'll start with Nifty itself. Okay, this. mm, So this was a trade given yesterday. So we have crossed a psychological level yesterday, 26,000. So it closed also above that particular level. Yesterday, if we say that it opened above our pivot line only, and from this particular it reached R1, and after R1 it was pretty consolidating a little bit during the daytime, and after that it gave a pullback. Then it went above the 26,000 and sustained about it. So with respect to yesterday's movement, we have a shorter range for the particular day with respect to pivot line. If we see that the support and resistance are a bit close today, so we will quickly start with that. Okay, so pivot point for the day is 25,980. So it is pretty close to the 26,000 level. 25,980 will be the pivot point for the day with respect to yesterday's high, low, and close. So we will mark the support, resistance, and support with respect to the pivot line. So support one lies at 25, 25,940. So it is kind of close range for the day. So 24,940 will be the support for today with respect to the pivot point. So we are looking with respect to the pivot point. So 25,940 will be the first support, and second support will be at 25,860. So everything is pretty close. S2 and support 3 lies at 25,800. So the zones are closed today. You have to keep this in mind for the day that the zones are kind of closed today. So R1 will be at 26,000, 26,080. 26,080 will be the R1, and 26,000. Oh, it's not 80, it is 86. So we'll mark it at 90. 26,150 we can consider as the R2, and R3 will be at 26,200. So it is 210. We'll round it off to 26,200. So these are the levels with respect to yesterday's high, low, and closing. And with respect to that, we have calculated the 25,980 as the pivot point. With respect to that pivot point, we have calculated all three levels of support and resistance. So we will sort this out quickly. So first, we will mark the pivot point, which is at 25,980, and R1 also we will mark. R1 is at 26,090. So yesterday it was 26,000. So now it is at 26,090. So today definitely the ranges are a bit closer, pretty much closer today. So with respect to this, we will zone all three levels. 26,000 R2 will be considered as the bullish zone, start of the bullish zone. 200 will be so similarly. So you have a shorter range, shorter touch points also. So it will be between S1 and 940, S1 and R1. It will be between the consolidation zone between will be between the S1 and the R1, which is at these two particular levels, and the bearish zone is at between S1 and S2, which is at 25,860. We'll mark the third level also, which is at 25,800. So these are the levels for Nifty for today with respect to the pivot line. So any moment, so you can clearly see that like yesterday itself, it is trading. The market is the spot is above this particular pivot line for the day. So we expect a bullish momentum to continue in the market to retest all these particular levels with the previous highs. I am expecting it to retest on this particular levels. So, but as a trader, whenever you enter into this particular trade, make sure that it is trading above this, it is sustaining above this level. So any movement above this level with a higher volume, then definitely we can go for the bullish continuation in the market. So we can target for the R1, then respectively if a similar volume continues, we can go for the R2 and R3 in this. So these are the levels for Nifty. I'll change it to the Bank Nifty. We'll have a bank. We'll check into the Bank Nifty, levels of Bank Nifty, Nifty Bank, sorry. So Bank Nifty is on a boom, like very bullish it is. So it created another all-time high itself, 59,000 it is. And Nifty is on another level. So today with respect to the Bank Nifty movement, we'll plot the levels for Bank Nifty. So for Bank Nifty, the pivot point lies at 58,856. We'll mark 60 only. 58,860. The pivot point lies for Bank Nifty. So with respect to that, the support one is at 58,700. 58,710 will be the support for Bank Nifty, and support 2 will be at 58,460, and support 3 will be at 58,300. So these are the three support for Bank Nifty, and resistance one with respect to that 59,100 we can consider 100 as the resistance one, and R2 at 58,250. 59,250, sorry. And R3 will be at 59,500. 500. So these are the three levels for Bank Nifty. We will mark the pivot line over here. 58,860 will be the pivot line for the day, and R1 also we will mark. So clearly you can see here that it is trading above the pivot line for already trading above the pivot line. So if any moment this movement sustained, then definitely we can go for a bullish continuation in the market in Bank Nifty. So this I consider the R1, and we will mark the support one also. Support one is at 58,000, 58,710. So as long as Bank Nifty is trading above this particular pivot line with a higher volume, in similar volume, this bullish continuation is to get continued, and we can go for the first target 59,000. And if similar volume and similar momentum continues, then definitely we can look forward for the R2 and R3. So for a confirmation, if you see the bullish, if it is continuing the bullish momentum, then definitely it is going to test R1 at 59,100, and it is going to sustain above this level, then definitely you guys can go for this 59,250 and 59,500 level. So these are the levels for Bank Nifty. So we will quickly move on to the Sensex part. Sensex, if you see, these are the levels for yesterday's market, and we will mark the levels for today. The pivot point is at 84,000. 850 is today's pivot line, so it gradually increased a little bit more than expected. And support 1 will be at 84,694 it is. We will mark it as 700 only. S2 S2 will be at 84,440 is at S2, and S3 is at 84,290. These are the three supports, and resistance one lies at 85,100. 85,100 will be the first resistance, and R2 will be at 85,250. And R3 will be at 85,510. 85,510. These are the three support and resistance zones levels with respect to the pivot point for the day. So we'll mark the pivot point which is at 84,850. You can see yesterday's was 430. So we got a good movement on the upside with respect to Sensex as well. So clearly the pivot line lies at, it is still trading above the market is still trading above the pivot line. So R1 will be at 85,100. 85,100. We'll mark the first support also. We can change the color to red. Okay. So 84,700 is our support one. So we'll mark that as well. So these are the levels. So as you can see, it is already trading above the pivot line. So similar momentum continues. Similarly to the Bank Nifty and Nifty, then definitely this is going to continue its bullish momentum. And I expect these levels, the first levels, which is at 84,100, to be retested today, and it can reach up to this particular level. So properly have a idea about the volume confirmation as well. So whatever movement happens, along with the momentum, you should make sure that the properly the volume gives the proper confirmation for the bullish continuation to be witnessed in the market. So these are the levels for all three indexes. We'll see if the pre-market, yeah, pre-market data also came. It is opening flat near to this. We'll quickly look into the GIFT Nifty thing. GIFT Nifty, but yeah, similar. So GIFT Nifty is also opening, earning up 5 point less. We will have a look at the FIA and DA data. So FIA is continuously selling for the past 1 to 8, more than a week. So FIA is gradually selling off. So okay. So there is a change in from yesterday's data. So if you see that, similarly we have seen that FIA was selling and DA was continuously buying. And if you see for yesterday, if with respect to the yesterday's data, if you see that FIA also bought nearly 800 crores of asset to the cash market, and DA also similarly continue the same pattern. So I expect a little bit change in the market for the day. So you'll see the FIA's FNO data. With respect to the FNO data, if we will see, so it is also net bullish for the day. So any change, whenever a change happen, then definitely there is gonna be, it's gonna impact the market. Even the market is opening flat, wait for the first initial minutes. So let's see that. So if you wait up to the first 15 minutes, then we can mark the first 15 minutes as a particular range. And with respect to the breakout or breakdown, volume as confirmation, you can go forward for the first momentum entry in the market. So first, so as per my view for the day, I should properly wait for the first 15 minutes for to validate the continuation of bullish trend itself. So let's see if it is sustaining above this pivot line, then definitely we can validate with the volume confirmation, and we can enter into the trade only after confirming the volume. So that's all for today, guys. I wish everyone a good day, and oh, it's already, we know it is it's actually not a gap up or gap down. It is a slight flat opening only. So I wish everyone a good day. I wish everyone to have a proper risk management also for the day. And thank you so much everyone, and thank you. Hmm.